Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Todd Bowen from sittingposture.com. Welcome to my computer posture review series. This is episode 1, Computer Posture Mistakes and Fixes. Thanks for joining me. I do value your time, and I promise I will make it as worthwhile as possible. Quick note, the info in this presentation is not medical advice. It's based off my experience and my opinions. I talk about good habits that have helped me live a higher quality, sedentary lifestyle. Do your research, make good decisions, and be the best possible advocate you can be for your own healthcare. A quick note about me, my name is Todd Bowen. I've got a degree in information technology, so I've studied topics such as workplace ergonomics and user experience. I'm a lifelong athlete and exerciser, and I've sat at a desk, computer desk, for 20 or more years. If you add these three things up, IT degree, athlete and exercise, and 20 years of sitting at a desk, the sum of that is sittingposture.com. Here's my website, quick look at it, sittingposture.com, how to sit with good computer posture. If you want to download a free computer posture checklist, you can go to the top here. That's at sittingposture.com. Just look for the toolbar on the top. And you can also sign up for my weekly email updates down in the bottom of the header right there. I send out one email a week, usually on Fridays. Very rarely will I send out a second email. I don't want to spam anybody or even make it seem like I'm going to spam, come even close to spamming anybody. Anyway, usually one email a week on Fridays with free content, whether it's an article on my website or a YouTube video or some other content to improve our sitting posture. Okay, let's jump into these pictures. Right here, the first thing that jumps out at me is she's on her phone. She's holding it with her shoulder. Old habit here. I've done it before, but I would never do this again. I wouldn't even do this for a few seconds, let alone for a few minutes. This is terrible for your neck. And then that just starts off a chain reaction of stuff with the shoulder, the back, the spine's got to be crooked in order to hold the phone like that. Definitely wouldn't do that. One thing I do like that she has here, she's got a very thin keyboard, very updated keyboard. It's not one of those big bulky ones that you really have to lift your fingers onto just to type. She's got a big monitor here. I like that. It's actually a little bit high. Normally eye level is the top of the monitor. It's actually a little high for her. But it would be convenient because she needs to raise her chair here because you can see her elbows below the desk and her forearms are pointing up at an angle. That's definitely not good. I think a lot of her problems would be solved here. Obviously, she puts that phone down or wears an earpiece and then raises her chair up a little bit so her elbows are right about here and parallel with the desk and the keyboard. I do like how she has her elbows tucked into her rib cage. She doesn't have them flared out. This one's flared out a little bit, but that's probably because she's on the phone. The next picture here, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what she is sitting like. Her elbow is below the desk, and that causes a lot of issues, a lot of strain back here in the traps, also in the arms, and definitely in the elbows. Terrible possibility for tennis elbow there. And over here you can see the correct posture. It's at a, what does that be, 90 degree? Yeah, 90-degree angle. And basically the forearms are parallel with the keyboard. Quick note, I do talk, so there are a lot of products in these royalty-free pictures that I talk about. I'm not affiliated with or compensated by any product sellers or manufacturers. If I talk about a product, it's just because I like the design, or maybe I'm a happy paying customer of that product. I will always note that as well. Over here, like here, see, first of all, he's got this big, old, bulky keyboard. What that causes us to do is engage our wrist muscles in order to lift our fingers onto that keyboard. That's basically what causes carpal tunnel. Not exactly the, not necessarily the act of typing causes carpal tunnel, but engaging our wrists so that our hands lift up to get onto a big bulky keyboard. That's what causes carpal tunnel in the wrist. His elbow is almost perpendicular. If he raised his seat, it would be good. But the thing is, his elbow is flared out from his body, and over here it's way flared out from his body. These are mistakes that I've made personally. So speaking from experience here, he definitely wants to raise his chair just a little bit. That'll allow him to bring his elbow in. It'll also be more parallel with the desk and the keyboard. He's got a big bulky mouse here too. I'd like to see a thinner, flatter version of a mouse, a more updated mouse. It looks like an older, bulkier mouse. Here, same thing, elbows are below the table. That seems to be a theme in this episode of computer posture mistakes and fixes. Their wrists aren't even touching the laptop, and they're obviously looking down at too much of an angle. This is cool, like if you want to work for a few minutes, or if you just need to send a few emails, or if you just need to look something up. Any more than 15 minutes, I would not want to work in this position. I'm not sure if this person's traveling or not, but if they are at their home office, I would definitely recommend having an extended monitor behind their laptop so they can look eye level to the monitor. That'll save a lot of stress off the back of the neck, shoulders, and the upper back area. Here's a setup here. Again, this is not an ad for Apple, but I do really like their products. This is the flat keyboard here. It's pushed up really far. I don't think that would be beneficial. What I would do is I would pull this a little closer to the edge of the desk, maybe. I don't know, depends. But I do like this flat mouse that they have. And I do like the big monitor. And it's even on a monitor tower, which is helpful. Sometimes, usually Apple monitor is plenty high enough, but might be a tall person. I'm 6'3" myself, so this might be a 6'6" guy's office or something like that, where he needs that extra 3 or 4 inches of height on the monitor to save his neck and his upper back. Here's another setup. This is similar to what I like to do. I take my Apple laptop and I extend it onto a monitor like that. Here's that flat mouse again. I like that mouse. Flat keyboard back there. You can barely see it. You can't see the chair of the user here, obviously, but I included this picture because I do like the monitor there. Over here, one more picture of a setup. This is an interesting setup. I'm not a big fan of using my laptop screen as my primary screen, but if I did have to do that, I like what they did here. They got a flat monitor here. I'm not sure how well that chair is going to work. It's hard to tell without somebody sitting in it. They got a flat keyboard. I'm sorry, I think I said flat monitor. They got a flat keyboard here and a flat mouse, but they've got their laptop raised up. So the screen is, if not eye level, it's close to it. So I do kind of like that, but I definitely like the flat keyboard and the flat mouse here. One more setup, flat keyboard. They made their own, looks like a do-it-yourself type of monitor riser. Again, if you got to work on it, if you don't have the convenience of a extended monitor to extend your desktop onto, then this will work. But I definitely would not want to work like this 40 hours a week on that small laptop screen right there. I'd want something bigger. And you can still use your laptop. Obviously, this keyboard is probably Bluetooth. It'll work with that. And then all it takes is an HDMI cable to run from your laptop to the extended monitor. What's next? So sitting at a desk and even standing for a very long time puts a lot of pressure on us, even if we have good posture. So I am a fan of sitting on a couch. However, here she's got a ton of space here between her back and the couch cushions, which is not good at all. It's probably curving her spine in an unhealthy way. Yeah, I would, if I was in this position, I would definitely have a big pillow behind me right there, a big firm pillow, and I wouldn't work in this position for very long. I would just, get a couple tasks done, 15, 20 minutes maybe, just to break up the monotony of sitting or standing at a computer desk. And obviously, I think she's just stretching here, but she definitely don't want to leave her arm like that for very long. This here, I'm a big fan of this position. I don't know what this is she's got back here. It looks like a bunch of blankets, probably a bunch of pillows, or maybe it's like one huge wedge pillow type thing. I don't know. Whatever it is, I kind of like it because, and again, not to work all day, but just to take a little bit of that stress off the gravity from sitting at a computer desk or standing at a desk all day. Her feet are comfortable, her legs are comfortable. She does have that laptop on her lap, which probably isn't healthy. Laptops put off a lot of heat. Um, she's looking down a little bit. I mean, she's almost eye level with her monitor, but her head is forward. She does have some forward head going on here. If it was me, I would try to put like another pillow in there. But again, this is not somewhere that would work for a long period of time. This is a good like 15, 20 minutes to get a couple tasks done, just to break up the stress and the gravity of sitting and standing at a computer all day. Maybe a couple times a day I'd work like this. But I am a fan of this position, generally speaking. And finally, here's one. She is looking way down at her computer, at her laptop monitor. Again, if this is temporary, that's one thing. But if she's working like this 8 hours a day, that's going to cause a lot of issues. She's looking down on the back of her neck. That's going to cause issues. Her chair is probably too low, so it's causing her to reach forward to her laptop. You'll notice her laptop's way up there. I bet if she raised her chair, it would allow her to bring her laptop closer. But then the issue is she's just looking even more down at her laptop screen. So again, as far as a permanent position, I definitely wouldn't recommend this. But I would, if it's a permanent position, again, an external monitor here, HDMI cable from the laptop to the monitor, and that's good to go. And then all of a sudden she's looking straight ahead at the monitor, and then that's going to sit her back. And then her elbows are probably still going to be too low, so raise up the seat, and she'd be in pretty good shape just with an extended monitor. So thanks for watching the video, episode 1 of my computer posture review series, Computer Posture Mistakes and Fixes. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're taking a huge step forward in improving the quality of your life. A few free resources that I want to mention. I've mentioned it a couple times already. Sign up for free email updates once a week, usually on Friday. Very rarely you'll see a second email. Sittingposture.com/newsletter. I'll either include an article or a YouTube video or some kind of content to help us improve our computer posture. Download a free computer posture checklist. That's another free resource I have, sittingposture.com/checklist. And of course, if you're watching this video now, you know about my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@sittingposture. Don't forget to put that @ sign in there, because I don't think, if you don't put that in there, I don't think it'll take you to my channel. But anyway, please like this video if you've liked it. That would help me out a lot. All of my content is free, and it always will be. Send it to a friend, family member who sits at a computer desk for a long period of time. I would be very grateful for that. Anyway, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Computer posture review, episode number 1. Take care. See you guys on the next video.